They buried her with their own hands, but when the earth cracked open, what came out wasn't just a girl, it was something they could never control. Stay with me, because what happens next will haunt this village forever. In the quiet village of Immerse, nestled in the warm countryside, the sun peeked through scattered clouds, casting its golden light over zinc rooftops and gently stirring the red earth. Children ran barefoot to school, while elders gathered under the kola tree, sharing ancient stories and bits of gossip. Aurora crouched beside a shallow stream behind the bustling marketplace. Her small hands, raw and blistered from scrubbing cassava bowls, moved without pause. Her eyes, wide and searching, held dreams too fragile for the world she lived in. Her mother had died mysteriously years ago. Some whispered she was poisoned by someone with power. Her father had vanished before she was born. Though many pitied her, no one dared speak for her. In public, Aurora was a shadow. "Girl, why are you still there?" barked Madame Ibube, the richest woman in Immerse. "Lazy rat. Come sweep the veranda before I break your legs." Aurora stood slowly, her back aching, her voice silent. No one called her daughter. No arms wrapped around her when she cried. Only her mother's old tales remained of spirits, river gods, and ancestors who watched from beyond. One evening, the youth leader's goat went missing. Whispers fluttered like restless leaves. Someone no one knew who claimed to have seen Aurora near the goat pen. Chief Okonkwo, the village head, called a meeting. "She must be taught a lesson," growled Auntie McBeak, a widow with sharp eyes and a sharp tongue. "She's always sneaking about like a thief," added Marzi Dyke, a trader with a twisted grin. No one defended her. Her crime was not stealing, it was being poor and without family. The next morning, Madame Ibube dragged Aurora by the arm to the village square. The elders formed a circle. Children watched from behind trees. Adeora's heart pounded like the village drum. "We shall exile her," shouted one. "Beat her until the gods weep," cried another. But Chief Okonkwo raised a hand. "No need for noise. We end this quietly. Bury her not as punishment, but as sacrifice." Gasps echoed. Yet no one spoke against it. That same night, under darkness and deceit, Aurora was led away from the village by 4 men. She did not resist. She had no strength left. Only quiet prayers clung to her lips, prayers her mother once taught her. They took her to a clearing where a lone mango tree stood. Its branches stretched wide, but no fruit had grown in years. As they dug into the earth, Aurora stared at the sky. "You are a curse to Immerse," spat one of the men as they forced her into the shallow grave. The first shovel of earth landed on her legs. Then came the breeze, soft and strange, and with it, a rustle that didn't belong to the leaves. Voices echoed, voices not of this world. They whispered her name. They buried her alive. The ground accepted her. But the earth did not forget. 3 days passed. On the 4th, a storm unlike any other roared across the village. The sky turned the color of bruised plum. Winds howled like mourning mothers. Thunder rumbled with fury. At the mango grove, lightning struck the tree. The earth split open, not from rain, but from power. Aurora rose from the soil, her body caked in red earth, her eyes glowing with something beyond human. She stood tall. She did not tremble. From the shadows came figures, spirits cloaked in feathers and smoke. They circled her, their voices blending into one. "You were cast away by mortals," said the spirits. "Now you return as our vessel." They called her Nwadiora, child of the spirits. She had been chosen. That night, Chief Okonkwo sat in his compound, ready to enjoy goat pepper soup. The electric bulb flickered. He dipped a spoon into the bowl only to lift out a pile of sand. He blinked. Then the generator died. A strange wind crept in. "She sees you," whispered the darkness. Panicked, he stumbled outside. There, just beyond the gate, stood a barefoot girl in white. Her eyes burned like embers. Her hair danced in the wind. He fell to the ground, trembling. By morning, he could no longer see. His sight was gone. The doctors found nothing wrong. But the villagers whispered, the girl had returned. Marzi Dyke's store flooded. No rain had fallen, yet the floor was soaked. His goods remained untouched until he touched them. They turned to ash. Obinna the butcher found his knives rusted and useless. His palms blistered with every attempt to work. Auntie McBeak looked into her mirror and saw not her face, but Adeora's. Every time she tried to shatter it, the mirror cracked, yet her reflection remained unchanged. Fear spread through the village like wildfire. A week after the storm, the elders called another meeting at the square. Suddenly, the wind changed. A girl in white walked forward, barefoot and silent. The villagers gasped. Aurora had returned. Some fell to their knees. Others wept. I did not return for revenge, she said, her voice calm. But to remind you, the ancestors watch. Behind her, the once barren mango tree blossomed, heavy with golden fruit. The elders begged. Chief Okonkwo crawled forward, reaching blindly. Aurora stepped back. Not from me. Seek forgiveness from the ones who watched in silence. They have already judged. She turned and walked toward the river, the sacred place of rebirth and reckoning. Those who wronged her grew ill. Some abandoned their homes. Others confessed and gave away their riches. The mango tree was declared sacred. No one dared pluck from it again. Aurora was taken in by Mema Chiamaka, a kind herbalist who lived on the edge of the village. She taught her healing, balance, and how to listen to the wind. Children came to Aurora for stories. Elders came for advice. She never spoke of the grave. But whenever injustice stirred, winds would shake the mango tree. People would pause and remember. Years passed. But Aurora remained a legend, forever the girl who died, yet lived. And in Umuis, mothers would say to their children, do not mock the orphan. Do not cast out the poor. For the earth remembers. And the ancestors do not sleep.